One of the first things we want to look at is our valley locations, but we want to put our cartridge set as close as possible up into the valley itself. But we want to push this as tight as we can up into here. We've built up the valley so that we can create an even plane from the valley onto the thermal cartridge sets. I marked this, and you'll notice I've got a marking here. Our second cartridge set is going to be here, 16 inches, so forth out. We're then going to use our guide to place our next fixed plate. So plate number 2, there we go. Then we're going to shift our template over to our next spot. Once we have our first plate down, which is going to be our base plate for the roofing pans to anchor to. Once these are down, then we can go ahead and feed in our cable and the additional plates. We put our other fixed plate down, 2 removable plates. Your plates at the bottom are placed where they need to be, so you're about 1.5 inches up from the drip edge, and these are within 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch from the drip edge as well. At this point, we push the plates and snug them up at the top right here, making sure that they are secure. We open up the base down here, add a wedge to give us our spacing. I'm not going to put the wedge in all the way, not yet, because I want to make sure that I can create some pressure between these plates. So now I'm going to sink that down, and then I'm going to push this wedge further up in to create my pressure and pushing these plates out. At this point now, my plates are all secure, cable's in, and this is going to create a great heat transfer. Installing our cartridge set once you have your fixed plates in is fairly simple, but the process needs to go as follows. We first put our cable in place where it needs to be. We will then take our second fixed plate for the cartridge set and make sure that this is installed where it needs to be, making sure the channel's on the inside, as this one channel is on the inside, placing the cable up against the channel. We're then going to take our fixed plate, or the removable plates, slide these up in place, keeping our distance below right here at 1/2 inch to 3/4 of a distance away. We're going to push those things in place. We're going to move this set over. We want to make sure we create some pressure at the top, so I'm going to use a flat bar to put that pressure in place. I'm going to put a screw down. I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to open these plates up, allowing room for my composite wedge to be placed inside the pocket. That cartridge set is complete. We go to the next. Fixed plate in place. We want to open this up down here. Space needed for the wedge. Cable in place, fixed plate, that completes our set. Removable 2 center plates, put them in. We're going to push all of these over, use a flat bar, open up the base, that you can then put your wedge. Once it's snug and tight, you want to make sure your heating cable at the base along this transition is inside from the drip edge location. You do not want it protruding out, or it will obstruct the access plate that needs to go on later. So make sure it's inside and tucked up in there nice and neat. When installing your last set of cartridge plate against a rake section or a final edge point of your thermal cartridge set, what you're going to want to do is make sure that all of your plates are in place. place your composite wedge down at the base, but not all the way up in. You're going to keep it down low, and then you're going to push all of your plates together like so. If you want to tighten this up, you can use your flat bar to create a little more pressure, push that wedge up in, and you're done.